Today's video is all about cough honey, a Hey Melis recipe. It's a 4-ingredient concoction for coughs and colds. You likely have all the ingredients you need right in your pantry, so we're going to get right to it. A copy of this recipe and other helpful cold-busting remedies can be found in my ebook, The Unqualified Mom, Colds, linked in the description below. Alright, to get started, you need to take the world's largest piece of ginger and rotate it slowly. Connect with the ginger. First, this helpful tip came from Pinterest. You take a spoon to peel your ginger. I know, weird, right? But peelers are so hard on the lumpy bumpy ginger, and I find a spoon just works so well. Once you've peeled your ginger, you're just going to make small little slices. Next up, we are going to thinly slice an onion. It doesn't really matter what onion you use. I used a red onion because I had one, and they're pretty. But you can use a white onion, Spanish onion. It really, truly does not matter. Slice it thinly and keep about 4 of those slices aside. Okay, so we have our sliced onions, our sliced ginger, and we are going to layer them in our jar. Let's just talk about your jar for a minute. This jar I'm using for the video is small, just to make the video actually happen, but my go-to jars are clean, sterilized mason jars. So you can use the 250 ml wide mouth, which is I love for the cough honey, easier to scoop out and to stir, but you can use any clean jar that you have. All right, enough about the jar. Start layering the onions first on the bottom. Perfect. Then you're going to take your sliced ginger and pop that right on top. Well done. Okay, this part's really tricky. You have to take a honey drizzler and slowly drizzle the honey in a very dramatic fashion. Or you could straight up pour honey right onto the ingredients to the top of your jar. Leave enough room that you can stick a spoon in though and stir it without it, sloshing out all over the place. So now we have our onions and our ginger covered in honey. We are going to sprinkle a little cinnamon on top of there. Beautiful. Once we've sprinkled the cinnamon, we are going to stir all of the ingredients together just to kind of mix it up. Pop the lid on. You're good to go. You can store your cough honey in your mason jar or whatever jar you've used in the fridge or at room temperature. Honey is one of those miraculous things that really doesn't spoil unless you spoil it by sticking a dirty spoon or dirty fingers, whatever the case may be, into the honey. I prefer to keep it in the fridge. I like it cold, so if anyone comes down with the sniffles, coughs, colds, whatever, we just take a teaspoon and scoop it right out and use it as we would cough syrup. One of my favorite ways to take this honey, other than like a cough syrup, is to use about a tablespoon and stir it into a mug of hot water. I suggest if you're feeling crummy and under the weather, you use your favorite mug or a mug that cheers you up. I'm sure it's scientific, but I'm pretty sure it speeds up healing. All right, so there you have it. 4 ingredients stirred together in a beautiful jar to have a natural remedy for coughs and colds in your household. If you are interested in why onions, ginger, and honey are kind of a powerhouse combination, I will share links below so you can dive in. If you're like, I don't really care, that's pretty nerdy, fully understand. At least now you have a honey you can use for your family. One last tip that may or may not be controversial, you can add a few drops of your go-to essential oil into the honey to give it that added boost. We really like consuming thieves' honey, but I know some people are very, 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 very passionate about never consuming essential oils. No need to email me or hate mail me or spam me about any type of essential oil business. If you want to use it, go for it. If not, totally cool. Your honey is good to go either way. Aww, B-roll. Disclaimer, no bees were harmed in the filming of this video.
Hey, Melis.